What even is game feel? Do you know? Because apparently I don't. Hey friendos, it's DW. I want to do my regular update that I'm doing every 2 weeks to keep myself accountable. And this last couple of weeks, I've been getting back into the momentum again, recovering from all that burnout, working on a little bit less operational, more focused on games and the gameplay. That being said, if you have comments, anything like that you want to share, drop them in the comment section. It does helps me think about this, because this week I tackled game feel. Now, more specifically, I've been working on game feel for Passenger, which is that game I accidentally sort of started to kind of refresh my brain a little bit. I'm still stuck in it. I still quite enjoy working on it because the mechanics are very simple. It's really just you're walking around. We'll get into it in a second. But I have been trying to figure out how to make it feel just right. So let's go over to that and check it out. So here we are in Godot. I'm just doing a little bit of experimentation, which is why I wanted to do the devlog. I'm going to run the game. We will make this bigger. We'll do keep aspect ratio. See if this makes it bigger, which it should. There we go. So that's a little bit more visible. I'll move my window up here so you can see. So I'm just using the keyboard to control it, and it's nothing fancy. Like I said, I'm just trying to get this little person to get to the green square. I have an obstacle, which you can't really kind of see it, but it's a 3D camera, 3D level, with the idea is to kind of have a 2D sort of control scheme. Now, the thing I was starting to play around with was just walking around, and I have sprint. If I don't have cap locks there, but if I can do shift, here we go, shifting sprints, and the controls are not great. They're really basic controls, and although they work, it doesn't feel right. Because right now what I want to do is, you can see, like when I let go, it does not, it slows it. Like if I'm sprinting, I slow down, or I come to a stop a lot slower, which is good. That's kind of the feeling I want. But I need it to feel like when you hit a wall, you really bump into something when you're sprinting. And the reason I have that is I want you to be running through an airport, and when you hit something, it really has that impact. And with no sound, there's no anything else, it kind of feels off to me. But that's essentially what I've been working on the past couple of weeks, is just trying to figure out what game feel is to start with and what it means in this game. And although I have been struggling with it, there's a couple specific things that I have gotten some peer advice on, and it's helped me a bit. So I wanted to share that with you as well. So when it comes to game feel, it is really in my head, and I did bounce this off of a few peers at an event locally, and there is the whole thing about how it feels to move around in the game, how it feels to play the game, how your character moves around. So this is essentially just a little walking simulator, right? You're just kind of strolling around and you're bumping into stuff. Nothing too fancy, but it feels wrong. I know that much. It's not quite there. The walking and sprinting feels okay for what I want to go with, but there's more to it than just acceleration and physics to make the feel work okay. There's stuff about the sound effects, and that's the thing that I've been going on to next. I want to feel like it has impact when you hit something, when you bump into something, and it can actually have a lot of gameplay repercussions later on in my head. Where I've been struggling is with how I feel like I'm not actually getting anything done. It feels bad because as a software developer in enterprise, there's this like pretty standard progression. Like you're chipping away at the rules, and you can have this. And with anything you're accustomed to doing, it might feel like you know how it feels to make something work. With games, it's all new to me, and I'm struggling with the idea that this game doesn't look like it's making the software isn't progressing as fast as it would in the business software sense. But that's not a bad thing, as that's what I've come to accept. But what I need to be doing here next is, although I'm struggling with the progress the game visually has, I realize that there's a foundation here that I'm building, and I gotta get this right. It's just like a house. If you build a poor foundation, the whole structure sits on top of it, and it'll fall over eventually, because that foundation is everything. in the context of a game, if my core mechanic, which is movement, all it is just pure movement, feels bad in the way that, or rather it feels incorrect in the way that I want it to present itself. And so I'm going to be spending a lot more time on this, and also getting this controller input to work too. I've done controller inputs before. My primary way of playing a game is with a controller, so that's been a number one feature that I've wanted to add to every game that I've ever done. And so I really want to nail that down as well. And again, how does it feel with a keyboard and mouse? How does it feel with this? And there's more to it than just movement. Like the things that complement movement, again, like sound, things like camera, all of these pieces I need to kind of play with. And so I'm trying to do that right now with the most basic pieces of Godot. And from there, I might try to do something a little bit more experimental. But I want to figure out what movement feels like with obstacles, with boosts, things like that. And this all fits into the game and the narrative, but I don't want to talk about that stuff yet because it's where I'm most comfortable. This is where I'm actually most uncomfortable, and I need to be comfortable feeling uncomfortable. Because when that happens, I tend to make better progress personally and professionally, but also I'm hoping the project will reflect that as well, that I'll get the hard stuff done, or the stuff that's hard for me done first, and turn that into a great game if I play my cards right. And with that, it's a bit of a shorter one, but I'm going to call it there. So have yourself a pleasant day and or evening, and make sure you drop some comments in the comment box below. What do you think game feel is? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that and what you do to wrap your brain around getting your games to feel just right. So thanks again, have a pleasant day and or evening, and take care.